Does anyone think that Israel really has a whole year to do what it's doing now? It is impossible. Economically, militarily, socially, any way you look at it, it's just not doable. I mean, it's like, not in this way. It doesn't mean Israel will stop. It can go for years, but in different methods. So I think it's clear to all of us that the talk that was at the beginning will go for a whole year. That's not going to happen.
Or more than several months, as Yoav Gallant said.
Which is a year. You know, I mean, well, not with this type of operation.
Right.
So what is the debate about? I think there's also some cynical side to it. I think the Israeli government is preparing the public for a moment in 3 or 4 weeks. It will come and say, look, we would have stayed more in the battle, but these Americans are forcing us to stop, which is, of course, not true. It also wasn't true in 2006. Right. There was any amount of time we wanted.
Right.
But it's easier to appear to the public saying, look, this is the time we had. We will continue in different means, especially if the war ends without doing anything in the north. The social meaning, social impact inside Israel is already horrible. So just imagine that. Because nobody will go back to those border towns.
Right.
Think what it would mean. I mean, and I think the part of the view of the Israeli political system and the American political system is looking at that side of it. I cannot but be reminded of 1973, Golda versus Kissinger. Mm-hmm. And very similar circumstances in the sense that after a very bad opening, close to the end of the war, IDF was really on a crazy momentum. Actually, most of the Egyptian army was under siege, and Israel was on its way to basically evaporate the Egyptian fighting machine. And that's when the U.S. interfered.
But there is a slight difference. I take your point, Fadi.
The point I want to get to is the amount of anger that it generated in the Israeli public later.
Right.
And I think that Netanyahu sees that. He knows that, like what we all do, he needs some sort of a way to tell the people, okay, we'll continue, but not in this way. Because now the atmosphere for most people, or most of his voters, for sure, is let's keep on going all the way, because currently there are many good, strong achievements for the IDF. We see that in reports. So I think part of it is real tactical operation and strategic considerations, but I want to introduce also the side of the political theater that at this point we have to start thinking about.
Okay.